Hello everyone, I'm Sang-Jun Jo, your instructor of Management 401. It is lesson 2. The topic of lesson 2 is strategic planning. In this lesson, I'm going to give you the brief presentation about the planning process and the strategic management process. Okay, this is not working. Okay, sorry. What is planning? According to our textbook, planning is the conscious and the systematic process making decisions about the goals and activities. So through the planning process, they should identify the individual or goal, the group, work unit, or whole organization. Whatever it is, they need to identify the goals, and they need to decide what kind of activities they are going to perform. In the planning process, the planning is mainly is directed and controlled by managers. However, the managers should involve all the people in the organization in that process to take advantages of the knowledge and experience of their employees. This is a planning process. Based on the analysis of situation, there's a situational analysis. You need to identify goals and plans, evaluate all the possible alternatives, and make a selection, and then implement that plan based on that selection. After implementation, you need to monitor and evaluate and control. So this is the picture that shows the whole process of planning. The first step of planning process is the situational analysis. The managers, planners, they need to gather and collect information, all the information that is relevant to your planning issue. And once you collect the data, you need to interpret and summarize. The situational analysis include the past events and the current condition and the forecast about the future trend. So you need comprehensive information, okay, to create the appropriate plan. And the outcome of this step is the identification and the diagnosis of planning assumptions, issue, and problems. So after situation analysis, you should have to identify what is the issue and the problem. So situational analysis, the purpose of situational analysis is to identify the issue accurately. After the situational analysis, you need to generate the ideas several alternatives. And you need to generate the idea about what is your goal. Based on that goal, you will need a plan to achieve the goals. Action plan. The goal is the target or end the manager want to reach. Goal, the attributes of the good goal, effective goal, should be specific, measurable, attainable, but that should be challenging, relevant, and time bound. So many people say that is smart. So goal should be SMART. SMART means specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. And then once you identify the goal, you need a plan to achieve the goal. And our textbook introduced 3 kinds of plans: single-use plan, standing plan, and the contingency plan. Single-use plan means you use the plan only one time. After that, you are not going to use that plan again. But the standing plan, that is a plan about the repetitive event, and that is the plan you will use for a long time and repeatedly. Contingency plan means you make a plan, but the something that you are not expecting will happen. Okay? So you can have some situation that you have not expected. So in order to prepare for that kind of situation, you need another plan, that is contingency plan. So there are some possible events, but for each event has its own consequence. Okay, so and depending on what kind of event happen, the consequences will be different. So these are the contingency plans. Our textbook shows introduce the IBM's plan to achieve its strategic goal. What was the IBM's strategic goal? That is yes, the IBM's strategic goal in page 47. IBM's goal is to increase its profit. So through the situational analysis, they identify the software industry is the fastest growing area. So the plan is to acquire a software company. Okay. So situational analysis, okay, and with the situational analysis, they can identify goal and plan. So managers should evaluate each alternative. And then after the evaluation, they select the most appropriate alternative. And managers pursue the goals and implement the plan associated with the most likely scenario. So I said in the contingency plan is based on the scenario, what will happen. But we do not know what will actually happen. So we need several possible scenario, and we have to have a plan that is associated with each scenario. And the managers and employees, because as I told you, the managers should involve employees in the planning process. So managers and employees, they must understand the plan, and they must have the resource, sufficient enough resource to implement that plan, and they should be motivated. So they must understand the plan, they must have a resource, and they must be motivated. And also, our textbook emphasizes linking plan to system. That is about the resource. Even though you make a great plan, but your system does not support that plan, that plan cannot be successfully implemented. The textbook has the Wells Fargo's case example. The Wells Fargo changed their plan, and this story talking about their compensation system for the salesperson should be changed to support that plan. Okay, you can read this case. And this table shows levels of planning. There are 3 levels of planning: strategic plan, tactical plan, and operational plan. In the most case, strategic plan is made by the top managers. Okay? And a tactical plan is about the plan of each function that is based on the strategic plan. So that plan is managed by the manager in that functional area, middle level management. Operational plan is based on the tactical plan. They need a very detailed action plan. That is operational plan. That is the operation plan is the frontline manager's responsibility. So strategic plan will be very broad, not so detailed. But as we go down, the plan will be more specific, more detailed. Okay, this slide shows what is the strategic plan. As I told you, the organization's long-term goal and the strategy. Long-term means about more than 3 years. And based on the strategic planning, the managers should identify strategic goals. That is long-term survival, and the long-term value and the growth of the organization. That, as you can figure out, those strategic goals is very broad and general, not so detailed. So these are the example of strategic goals: growth, okay, and increasing the productivity, improving the customer satisfaction, okay, something like that. And tactical and the operational plan. These are the definition of tactical planning and operational planning. And also, I would like to emphasize organization strategic plan, tactical plan, and operational plan. The three levels of planning, three levels of plans should be aligned. Aligned means they should be consistent. Okay, that they will see the same direction. Because the tactical plan should be aligned with the strategic plan, and operational plan should be aligned with strategic and the tactical plan. So all those levels of plan should be consistent and mutually supportive. Okay? Strategic plan support the tactical plan, and the tactical plan should support the strategic plan. So mutually supportive. And of course, those plans should try to achieve the common purpose and direction. So you have to keep in mind those three levels of plans should be aligned. The next topic of this lesson is strategic management process. In a strategic management process means you have to identify the mission and the goals of your organization, and you conduct the SWOT analysis. You have to identify strengths and the weakness of your organization, and opportunities and the threats that you are facing. Based on the SWOT analysis, you will formulate the strategies and implement and control. So this strategic management process is very similar to the planning process. The first thing you have to do is to identify mission and vision. So these are mission, vision, and goals. So these are the definition of mission, vision, and goals. The mission and vision is about the basic, the fundamentals, purpose of the organization. The vision is more like a future oriented. That is future oriented. Okay. So what that is about the ultimate destination that the organization is heading. The mission is the more concise expression than the vision. To achieve that vision, what they have to do, that is the mission. Okay? And to achieve the mission and vision, they need some objectives they have to achieve. That is a goal. And the next step is performing the SWOT analysis. The SWOT means strength and weakness. That is about internal resource. So what they can do well, what you can do well, and what is your strength, what is your competency or competitiveness, and what is you cannot do well. That is a weakness. And the O and the T is about external environment. So you can assess, evaluate the environment, how favorable the environment is for your business. Through the SWOT analysis, the managers formulate the strategy. Okay. This slide shows the Microsoft case SWOT analysis. Based on SWOT analysis, Microsoft case in our textbook says the strength of Microsoft was the size and earning from big earning from the operating system, but they have weakness. The weakness is the lack of sufficient skill and knowledge about online business. So they're doing great in operating system business, but they are not doing well in online business. This opportunity is growth of online business. Okay? So mismatch with the weakness and opportunity. And their threat of the Microsoft was Google. So Google is invading your business, the biggest competitor. So you need new kind of strategies to deal with the threat. So you have to start the online business, okay, to deal with the threat of Google, but you do not have sufficient skill and knowledge. So based on that SWOT analysis, the strategy of Microsoft was merging another company that possess the great know-how about online business. Okay. And then based on the internal analysis, you have to evaluate your resource. And resource can be, should be, and sources of competitive advantages. Resource is something that you have, you possess right now. But that should be the source of competitive advantage. So in what conditions your resource can be converted to the competitive advantages? Our textbook listed the three conditions. The first one is that should be instrumental for creating customer value. That should be contributing to the customer value. And that is rare and not equally available to your competitors. So you have this resource, but your competitors should not have that resource as much as you have. Also, that should be difficult to imitate. Okay? If that is easily imitated, your competitors will copy it. So that is not the competitive advantage anymore. So if the resource is instrumental for creating customer value and that is not available to your competitors and that is difficult to imitate, we call that core competence. That is the source of competitive advantage. Okay. And based on the SWOT analysis, the organization organization create a corporate strategy, come up with this strategy that they will pursue. Okay, our textbook introduces concentration strategies, vertical integration, concentric diversification, and the conglomerate diversification. I'm not going to say the detail about that. Okay. And that is a part of corporate strategy. That is decision about what industries and what field. Okay, what field and what kind of industry are you going to play? Okay, the BCG matrix is a helpful framework to decide the field of a business. And this is the BCG matrix has two dimensions: the market growth and the relative market share, that is relative market position in right now. The market growth is about the future, so high potential and the low potential. And your current market share is low and high. So, for example, the potential of market growth is very high, and you are also very competitive position in that industry. You call it a star. That is profitable right now. Also, that will be profitable in the future. But the other cash cow, even though you are very competitive and you take a big market right now, but the market growth is not so attractive. That is a cash cow. Question mark is about the market growth is very high, but your position right now is not so good. So that is a question mark. Why that is a question mark? So they have to decide to invest to that industry, or you drop out. So drop out or invest. So if you invest more, that industry can be stars. So in our the Microsoft case, recall that case. Internet business is a question mark for the Microsoft because their internet business is very high market potential, but their current position is not so good. So they should decide if they drop out, or invest more. What was the conclusion? What was their decision? They decide to invest more to acquire the online business company, DoubleClick. So their strategy is to make that online business as a star. Okay, that is one case, one example of the portfolio management. Okay, and then once you decide the corporate strategy, you also need the business strategy and the functional strategy. Business strategies is about a specific business unit. Okay, so low cost is about the efficient, and you offer your product at a very low cost, so that the many people can afford to buy your product. So this kind of strategy is appropriate. Your production size is big. and you are pursuing the economies of scale. Economies of scale means the reduction in the unit cost from large purchasing or manufacturing, large manufacturing. So as you increase your production quantity, the unit cost will be dropping down, so that your product price becomes cheap. So that is the low cost strategy. Differentiate strategy is to provide the product that has a unique value, okay? Unique value to the customer. So you can charge the higher price to the customers because your product is unique, not the same as others. Okay? So customers can accept the higher price because they perceive your product is different. And related with that strategy, there is very interesting. I'm sorry. Yeah, interesting topic is: are you willing to be first mover? The first mover means technology leader. Technology leader. Okay? It means you are the first company to use that technology. Okay? To produce a product in a specific category. So there are some advantages and disadvantages discussed in our textbook in page 59. So okay, so read this part. And we said we can easily assume that the first mover will be always advantageous, but that is not the case. And the functional strategies are implemented by each functional area of organization to support the business strategy. Okay, this is the summary of lesson 2. I'm sorry, the time is longer than I expected. I tried to finish it by in 20 minutes in every lesson. Okay, have a great week and see you next week.